Welcome to Basic Business Calculations for ICT Beginners. This course is designed to help you develop fundamental skills in business calculations. Whether you are just starting out in your career or just looking to refresh your skills, in this course, we will cover a range of topics that are essential for anyone who wants to work in business or finance. We will start with the basics of arithmetic operations, including addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We will then move on to calculating percentages, which is an important skill for understanding sales, discounts, and taxes. Next, we will learn how to work with currency and perform basic currency conversions. This is an important skill for anyone who wants to work in international business or finance. Finally, we will cover common formulas used in basic calculations, including those for calculating profit, revenue, and expenses. By the end of this course, you will have a solid foundation of these fundamental concepts and be able to apply them to the real-world business scenarios. Basic arithmetic operations. In business, we often need to perform basic arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. These operations are essential for calculating costs, profits, and other important financial data. Addition. Addition is the process of combining two or more numbers to get a total. For example, 3 plus 4 equals 7. Subtraction. Subtraction is the process of removing one number from another. For example, 8 minus 5 equals 3. Multiplication. Multiplication is the process of adding a number to itself a certain number of times. For example, 4 times 3 equals 12. Division. Division is the process of splitting a number into equal parts. For example, 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Using a calculator. Calculators are commonly used in business to perform arithmetic operations. To use a calculator, enter the first number, then press the appropriate operation key. For example, plus, minus, times, or divide. Enter the second number and press the equals key. Mental arithmetic. Mental arithmetic is the process of performing arithmetic operations in your head. For example, to add 5 and 7, you can think 5 plus 5 equals 10. Then 10 plus 2 equals 12. Calculating percentages. What are percentages? Percentages are a way of expressing a number as a fraction of 100. Converting fractions to percentages. To convert a fraction to a percentage, multiply the fraction by 100 and add the percentage symbol. Example, 2 by 5 as a percentage is 2 by 5 times 100, which equals 40%. Converting decimals to percentages. To convert a decimal to a percentage, multiply the decimal by 100 and add the percentage symbol. Example, 0.75 as a percentage is 0.75 times 100, which equals 75%. Percentage increase. To calculate the percentage increase, use the following formula. Percentage increase equals new value minus the old value times the old value by 100%. Example, if the old value is 100 and the new value is 150, the percentage increase is 150 minus 100 by 100 times 100%, which equals 50%. Percentage decrease. To calculate the percentage decrease, use the following formula. Percentage decrease equals old value minus new value by old value times 100. Example, if the old value is 200 and the new value is 150. The percentage decrease is 200 minus 150 by 200 times 100%, which equals 25%. Working with currency. Basic currency conversions. When working with different currencies, it's important to know how to convert between them using exchange rates. Exchange rates. An exchange rate is the value of one currency for the purpose of conversion to another. Currency conversion formula. To convert from one currency to another, use this formula. Amount in foreign currency equal amount in domestic currency times exchange rate. Simple currency transactions. When performing simple transactions in different currencies, it's important to know the exchange rate and the amount being exchanged. Example, if the exchange rate for the US dollar to euro is 0.85 and you want to exchange $100, how many euros will you receive? $100 times 0.85 will equal 85 euros. Using formulas in business calculations. Understanding basic formulas is essential for analyzing business operations and making informed decisions. Here are some of the most common formulas used in business calculations. Revenue formula. Revenue is the total amount of money earned by a business from its sales. The formula for calculating revenue is revenue equals price times quantity sold. Expenses formula. Expenses are the costs incurred by a business to operate. The formula for calculating expenses is expenses equals fixed costs plus variable costs. Profit formula. Profit is the amount of money a business earns after all expenses have been deducted from revenue. The formula for calculating profit is profit equals revenue minus expenses. Using formulas to analyze business operations. Formulas can be used to analyze business operations and make informed decisions. Here are some examples of how formulas can be used. Break-even analysis is used to determine the minimum amount of sales needed to cover all expenses. The formula for calculating the break-even point is break-even point equals fixed costs divided by price minus variable costs. Gross margin is the difference between revenue and the cost of goods sold. The formula for calculating gross margin is gross margin equals revenue minus cost of goods sold. Net profit margin is the percentage of revenue that is left after all expenses have been deducted. The formula for calculating net profit margin is net profit margin equals profit divided by revenue times 100%. I hope that was informative. Thank you for joining. This brings us to the end of our lesson.